2:29. Brian Peterson, the 7, a top 5 finisher at Angel Park Speedway last Sunday. Mitchell Wagner, that's 73, and 692. Among the top drivers in the and his car number 73. That's one of the teammates' Badger Midget career going back to 2024. 33 Badger Midget starts, 16 top 5s, and a lot of DNFs in there when he's not at the top 5. During the last couple at Angel Park, he just set the track record by half a second on his first lap of qualifying. 13.499, and now sits stalled near the upper half of turn number 1. Bush dropped the indoor officials on 50 yard to get off the speed. Last year, he set the track record, which of course hadn't been touched since the 1980s. That track record lap set by Derek Dorr in qualifying 14.060. So Wagner with 13.499 in his only lap, which is a pretty good lap to stand on. The hope is that he can get that thing running again, and of course the no pressure part of the whole deal. This is with 13 midgets in the house tonight. It's in the feature. We're on our way to feature time, start the back, all that sort of stuff. It's not how you want to do it, but it can happen that way. You'll see the story on that from Burlington, Illinois, down there near the Sycamore Speedway. We've had a couple more times this year. The track is close to him, but it's not been really good to him. Not many tracks have been great for Wagner here lately. Hopefully they can get that thing figured out, but it is the fastest car at 13.499. Out of Harrison Clevin in 29, 13.953. Brian Peterson 14.086. This Badger Midget season's been a competitive season so far. 7 different winners and 9 completed events. Everybody's had their good nights. Everybody's had their bad nights so far. And as it stands, at this point in the year, the best nights went to Brandon Welty, who was our winner at Angel Park Speedway on Sunday night, getting his second win of the year. Over 100-point advantage on Eric Kluver, who picked up his first ever Badger Midget victory at Angel Park on Fireworks Night back on June 28th. We just saw Luke Wankerman on track. He's third in the Badger Midget point standings, even with the rough club. Followed by Miles Doherty, who is here but not with his normal car tonight. And R.J. Corson, 5th in the points, one of our 7 different winners. R.J. is part of the second group of hot lap qualifying along the Speedway, which includes him, that car right in the middle of those 3 cars, that white and blue 15. 7-hour trip from the south suburbs of Chicago, Markham, Illinois. For R.J. Corson, a winner at Plymouth back in the month of June. Bongo Cream, Prime Bar, and Byron Bath, FWR Cycle Graphics Star. Tony Weisensow from Sun Prairie, who's been second in the last 2 races on the Badger Midget Series. He's never won a Badger Midget race. He was 3rd here last year. He's been splitting time between that and the 5X car in Joe Spray Racing, which is a former championship car with a ticket with a second car number 29 on the Speedway, Mike Schnoik. For Badger Midget Series. Harrison Clevin, the Duffy Fleet Services, and Real Estate sponsorship. So Group 2, and again with 13 cars, a little more time to spread everything out. A couple of hot laps, not under time. Then we throw the yellow, spread them back out. Give them their usual green. Alright, so we'll spread it back down here. Plenty of space on the floor. Give them their full gamut of qualifying. So Cody Weiss himself puts the 20 car second quickest, about a 10th off quick time. 1-1. RJ Corson third quickest, 13.646. Mike Stroik sixth, about a 14.320. Going for Rod End Supply, Fast Time. Rod End Supply presents Fast Time to the Badger Midget, to each Badger Midget event. Since 1999, Advanced Fastening Supply has been committed to providing superior service and thorough product knowledge your customers need to outperform the competition. AFS is proud to be your supplier of choice. AFS has an inventory of more than 60,000 individual items to ensure they have what you have when you need it. If you haven't found what you're looking for, contact Advanced Fastening Supply and they will find it for you. Advanced Fastening Supply, presenting sponsor of the Badger Midgets here in 2026 as we make our return here to the Eagle River Speedway. Group number 3, hitting the track, getting ready to go, including one of our more recent winners, and a guy who's been real hot lately, the 68 of Eric Bloomer out of Sun Prairie. Winner on fireworks night at Angel Park. He's had 4 consecutive top 5 finishes. He drives car to 68. It's the Club Lamar Storage and Handling Systems, Spankers Motorsports, Legend Truck, and Active sponsored entry. Car number 2 from Edgerton is Jake Donor. Glassworks of Madison, Spankers Motorsports sponsor machine. And a slightly new look to car at number 40. And more pizzazz in the paint job of that car number 40. Good looking car for Danger Dave. Dave Collins Jr. out of Lake Mills. The Doyle's Dogs of Lake Mills, Kenzie Dunn, sponsored number 40 car. Final group of 3. You'll have 4 cars in the next group, which would also be the final group. The Rod End Supply hot laps and qualifying tonight for the Advanced Fastening Supply Badger Midgets.
I don't trust either one of them at all.
Well, I figured a couple weeks ago, Jason.
So 9 of the top 10 of the Badger Midget points on hand, and I went down a few cars, man. Had about a destructive night, at least to start, at the Angel Park Speedway last Sunday. Pretty good cars, and probably would have been. Zach Bowden. Lap, 14.315, it's 8th out of 9. Jake Donor quickest on his last lap, 14.144. Garrett Bloomer's first lap, his best, fifth quickest at a 13.967. One more group of cars to hot lap and then qualify. Rod and Supply qualifying for the Advanced Fast and Supply Patcher Midgets here tonight.
I don't remember what you were doing last year.
Split them up into 2 heats when that time comes here tonight. Up to 10 lap heats. We'll go 30 laps tonight on the bull ring here at Eagle River Speedway.
Can you turn on the right?
Miles Doherty up here next to us. That's 57R, typically in the 8 car. He's had some issues lately too. He's had a couple of DNSs, did not start in the last month and dropped him right in the thick of the points battle to, well, 4th, needing a little help. Miles Doherty in that 57 car. 17 car, Nick Killian on the Speedway. He's currently 9th in the Badger Midget point standings. And your current Badger Midget point leader, Brandon Welty, making his first ever start here at Eagle River. In a 3W, looking for his second championship. He was a 2016 champion and our winner at Angel Park Speedway back earlier in the year.
Attention, the pits. 600 micro drivers has been a change in the heat lineup. 600 micro drivers. There has been a change in the heat lineup.
Rechecks 57, we did not see take a qualifying lap. 57R Miles Doherty in that car on the track. So 12 of our 13 in the pit area. And then on track with Blacko at 73 inside. After one lap and then followed by the wayside, currently holding the track record, 13.499. We'll see if Doherty or Killian or Welty can touch that quick lap. The quickest has been Cody Wise himself on the get them ready to go now for real for the final trio to qualify for Rod and Supply qualifying here for the Advanced Fast and Supply Badger Midgets, chasing a 13.499. So on the scoring monitor, that is Midget 57 on track. Second quickest, 13.504. Just 5/1000ths off the fast time. Brandon Welty, 5th quickest, 13:6:53. McGillian, 9/12 to take time, 14:107. So in the end, a grand total of 7 drivers go under the old track record here tonight. Luke Wackerlin in car number 73, your fast qualifier, 13:4:99. The driver out of Burlington, Illinois, and we hope whatever slowed him down near the end of his qualifying is fixable because he's got a fast car here tonight. So we'll split him up into a couple of 10-lap heat races coming up here a little bit later on, and a 30-lap feature for the Badger Midgets. Wackerlin, fast time. Then Recheck, Whitensell, Corson, and Welty, your top 5. Glennon, Blumer, Peterson, Killian, and Donor, 6-10. Coppins and Stroik, 11-12. No lap for Doherty in the red, 57.
Also love that I don't have.
More coming up, and putting opening
have
ceremonies
a child
very
or a
soon.
husband.
You're on this Saturday at the Eagle River Speedway.
Be a bucket of nerves with that thing.
Happy 13th birthday to Riley Weed. Riley, happy birthday and enjoy the show here tonight. Once again, fans, if you have not yet done so, pick up your 50/50 tickets. As tonight, the 50/50 will go to benefit the Three Lakes Professional Police Association. So buy them up. I know I got mine. Joining the Badger Midgets here tonight will be our Superior Plumbing Street Stocks, our JD Archery and Paintball, 600 micros for instant and service, 300 micros, and along with the popular Dairyland Vintage, which I love to call Detroit Iron, because that's essentially what it is. Looks like some of the smoky haze has cleared a little bit here. Better than it was a few days ago for sure. Kids, line up. If you're interested in riding the fun bus for our parade lap, head on down to the flag stand. Again, no adults. It's limited capacity.
Do we have a singer or no? You got the national anthem we can run?
I can get one.
I got you.
We'll take our flag carriers as well up front and center.
Careful what you wish
to carry
for.
the colors.
Do you want any people left here?
Another new piece of track prep equipment, a little bit of a mister. We'll bring that bus out here, the fan bus. Again, kids, if you're ready, come on down, line up down by our starter, Lou Dietz, down by the flag stand. We're just about ready to get this party started on a Saturday night special here at Eagle River Speedway. Once again, final call. If any kids want to ride the bus, again, it's kids only. We don't have a lot of room on their parents, so you got to go with the kids by themselves. Our flank carriers tonight: Jason Zadroik in the 1Z, the 19Z, Lucas Zadroik, Nick Allen in the 69, Superior Plumbing Street Stock, the 1, Ethan Manninen, Brian Whitmiller, and Breezy Bobby rounding up the field. Breezy from Parts Unknown in that Dodge. As we get ready to rock and roll here, we're going to fill up the fun bus. Our track photographer, Josh Castle Creations, doing a bang-up job each and every week. Check out his stuff. He's got a website, very present on social media, mainly Facebook, Instagram as well. Very good work. And he always shares his stuff on the Eagle River page. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you'd please rise. And gentlemen, if you would remove your caps for the playing of our country's national anthem. Is the IMC Modified, which on Tuesday, round 2 of the Fast Shaft qualifiers will be here. Jason Zadroik. We had him here a few weeks ago. Tigerton's Wyatt Block led wire to wire in that contest. We got a few more drivers coming. Next Tuesday night, it's going to be a heck of a field. Lucas Zadroik, the rookie of the 19, Nick Allen in the 69, Ethan Manninen, Brian Whitmiller in the 7, and Jim Schiller. Car, not Crazy Bobby, as we mentioned earlier. All I saw was the front end of that Dodge, and they are identical. Good evening, race fans. On behalf of the staff and management of the Eagle River Speedway and the Badger Midget Area Racing Association, Auto Racing Association, we welcome you to this big special event here tonight at Eagle River. It's a Saturday night special. We got a great show lined up for you. The Badger Midgets are on hand. The Hammer, Eric Edenfeld, enjoying one of the delicious Eagle River Speedway track burgers in the house that call the action for the Badger Midgets. We're ready to rock and roll. Detroit Iron also on hand tonight. Gotta love that Detroit Iron, without question. going to kick things off with a pair of Dan Service 300 micro sprint heats. Like we do on Tuesday nights, we split them up into semi-pro and pro. With the semi-pro racers, kind of like the less experienced a little bit, we kind of try to keep them together. And then we call the pro division the more experienced drivers. They can start racing in this class at the age of 5. We're going to go 6 laps in this semi-pro heat. Colton Glenvin, 4th generation racer of the track here in the 16G. On the outside, first time appearance here from Escanaba, Michigan, Keegan Jensen in car number 3. From the back of the bus in this first heat, first event of the night, from Eagle River, Graham Banana in the 60. Semi-pro heat, 3 cars going to throw down for 6 laps here in just a little bit. If you are here for the first time, we want to thank you. Thanks for making the trip up. Folks are still rolling in. We're normally a 7 o'clock start time, so a lot of our lookers are still rolling in. But fans, if you are here for the first time, you got to go home with some gear, some apparel, Eagle River Speedway hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, the whole ball of wax. The souvenir shack is open, where you can pick up some of that Eagle River Speedway apparel and show your fellow race fans that, hey, you made your trip up north to the Eagle River Speedway. We take pride in our great track food. We can mix you a heck of a drink. All the drinks are cold. Stop on down. Three Rivers Professional Police Association 50/50. Stop down, get your tickets. And they are selling them. Oh, three lakes, yeah. Lakes, rivers, streams. I knew that one too.
Puddles.
Yeah, puddles, 3 puddles. Got a lot of stuff going on. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. One more time, Bill Clemens in the 16, Keegan Jensen in the 3 from Escanaba, Michigan. That's there. They have the track there in Escanaba. They're off tonight. Graham Banana from the back of the bus, my mullet man buddy, who is no longer with the mullet. Our starter, Lou Dietz, he's got a real long haul to get here, let me tell you. So close he can walk here. Green time, we're racing. And special is officially underway. And Glenvin, your early leader. Jensen in second. Banana running in the number 3 spot, platform. Going bumper to bumper, they'll roll off at turn number 2. Glenvin hanging on. She's had some issues with that 300 as of late mechanically. So far, looking good as Glenvin. Lap number 2. Glenvin leads Jensen out of 2, down into the dog leg, and into turn number 3. Halfway home with this one, 3 in, 3 to go. Jensen staying within striking distance of the 16 as the lead duo pulls away a little bit to settle the score. Jensen putting the pressure on lap 4. And Jensen taking a peek on the inside. And now Jensen will look outside. Good head of steam out of 2. Glenvin hanging tough at the 16. Laundry's coming out. 1 to go. Good battle, middle of the backstretch. Jensen size it up to 16. As they come off the floor, the checkers will fly. And Johnny Copeland with the win. And I do believe that is his first ever win. Like I said, a lot of family history here. It would be his great-grandpa, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ken Glemon built this track. It was KG Raceway in 1975. So some local flavor and his first win. How about a nice round of applause for Colton Glemon out of Eagle River, winning our semi-pro heat and the Dan Service 300. Heat 2 coming your way, the 99J on the point out of Eagle River. That'll be Reed Goslin. On the outside, Parker Ewart in the 621 out of Eagle River. Row number 2, Maya Ewart in the 87 hometown driver. Outside from Wausau, Bentley Seliger in the 07. From the back of the bus, out of Tomahawk, Blake Wilkie in car number 31. These are your pros, a little bit more experienced kids. 5 cars, 6 laps. Getting ready to turn them loose. Johnson and Ewart will bring him down to the green. Watch till they hit the chalk line. Keep your eyes on the flag man, and we're racing. And Jocelyn on top. Ewart in the second spot. They'll come down lap 1 in the books. Give it to Reed Johnson. Bentley Seliger, the Wausau Ace, looking on the bottom to try to get some ground here. Ewart working on the outside, trying to keep that leader, Reed Johnson, within his sights. Johnson has scored 3 feature wins so far, the 2026 campaign. And now Seliger with a head of steam. Duncan inside of the 87 of Maya Ewart. He'll take the 3rd spot. 3 down, 3 to go. Johnson has led this one from the drop to the green. They're all spaced out evenly. I think even myself and the Hammer can hand score this one. 2 to go this time across the screen. The surrender flag is in for 1 to go this time for Johnson. Seliger picking up the heat, the 07. Signs it up the 621 of Parker Ewart this time. As they roll up the dog league into 3, coming out of 4. The checkers will fly, and the W is going to go to the 99. That's Johnson. I got to check with scoring to see who got second. That would be a photo finish. Stand by. At the line for second, the 621 of Parker Ewart in a heck of a race. Another hometown driver picks up a win of the Dan Service 300. How about a nice round of applause, folks, for the 99J. That is Reed Jocelyn. Coming up next, the JD Archery and Paintball 600 Micros. 8 contestants representing 3 different states. Brian Link out of New Richmond. First appearance of the year in the 628. On the outside, you talk about a long haul, Jacksonville, Florida. J.C. Murray, the 22J. Row 2 inside, Ethan Manning out of Cornell, Michigan. Johnson, the 100J out of Rhinelander, Hornet Country. Braxton Lundquist out of Martin, Michigan, of the 15. Gladstone, Michigan's Yeager Quinn of the 18 Cube. In the back of the bus in the 6 out of the Maya Town car, driven tonight by Catherine Town out of Boulder Junction. 8 cars, 8 laps. archery and paintball 600 micro sprint heat. The Badger Midgets are on deck. By the dance service billboard.
You're getting feedback?
As we'll have to remove that vehicle and restack the deck. Badger on repair, record getting put back into service. Six down, 2 laps remaining. Ethan Mannanen won there last time we ran on a Tuesday in one of the big dogs at Escanaba Motors Speedway. Makes a lot of trips over here to Eagle River despite the time change too. They're in the Eastern time zone. Some late nights driving back. We've got a lot of UP teams that run here on a weekly basis. MeMods, Street Stockers, some of them here tonight. And even on a Tuesday night, they get up bright and early for work, 5, 6 a.m., whatever it takes. They love racing that much. And that's the kind of dedication and love to see. Again, get your 50-50 tickets. Three Lakes Professional Police Association is our 50-50 benefactor tonight, if you will. Again, our track photographer, Castle Creations, Josh Castle. Check out his work as well. He does very good work. Hopefully up the terminal and you'll be able to answer the bell for tonight's A main. Six down, 2 to go. Ethan Mannanen, your leader. J.C. Murray in the double deuce. 2-lap shootout to the finish. graduating number 1. He hails from Cornell, Michigan. What a nice Eagle River round of applause for your winner of our JD Archery and Paintball 600 micro spread heat, Ethan Manaman. And coming up next, we're going to turn up the wick a little bit with the Badger Midgets. I tell you, this open wheel class is a perfect fit for this, and the original guy who built the track, Ken Glendon, was a huge open wheel guy. They did host some Badger Midget races here, some sanctioned, some non-sanctioned, in the 70s and 80s, and I was glad to have them back here. They were here last year. We tried to get him here 2 years ago. We rained out, and in fact, Eric Henefeld, he did what he called the Eagle River 600. Drove right up here, it rained out, drove right back. How many miles round trip was it? It had to be more than 600, no?
Somewhere between 500 and 600, Joe. It was enough. Yeah, you didn't try to get this here. We were here, and then it rained. But yeah, the 6-time member Badger Midget type cars here at Eagle River Speedway, and with a small history, still some names that ran here through the years, like Olson, Dorse, and Ray, and Billings. All those names have been added near the top of races here in the past. Guys like Tom Snyder, former series champion, Tim Pangborn, former winners, on and on and on. So a small history, but an interesting history of cars that ran here through the years, and drivers who have raced here in some cases got their teeth early in the midget careers here. 2 heat races coming up momentarily for the Advanced Massive Supply Badger Midgets. Again, if you're just getting in here, a little low on the numbers tonight. I think we ended up with 16 or 15 here last year, with 13 cars in the area here tonight. Coming back to Sunday night at Midget Park Speedway. Cars with some wrecks, some issues. A couple that were planning to get here, didn't quite get stuff done. 2 get here. Hopefully we get them back next week. It'll be a doubleheader weekend for the Badger Midgets. Race 11 of 21 on the year. So the second half of the season begins here tonight. 10-lap heat races on the docket here this evening. Track will make a lap or 2 or 3. Packer make a lap or 2 around the upper reaches to kind of comb in the speedway just a little bit. Last year we were here, 25 laps, green to checker in about 7 minutes. Todd Cleaver was the big winner here. Commanding that first weekend in August. Lee Wackerman was second spot. Cody Watson himself third. So looking to get into victory lane for Wackerman. It's been 2 years. He was our quick qualifier, the new track record holder. If that car is able to go heat racing, will be out in the first heat. Whites themselves had some great runs, putting 2 back-to-back runner-up finishes at Angel Park Speedway in our last 2 races as he rolls in here to Eagle River tonight. In fact, both those guys I just mentioned are in the first heat race. Tracker doing a great job making sure this thing is good to go. It's been kind of a James Taylor week of fire and rain here in this part of the world. More fire than rain, of course. Yeah, wet weather and then any condition that has fire and such means it's kind of dry. So that fairly warm here and there, although the temperature difference here from even 20 minutes south of here is a terrific difference today. Comfy night. We're glad you are here with us here tonight. Taking a little time out of your weekend to go racing, not only with us here at the Badger Midgets, but everybody here at Eagle River Speedway most certainly appreciates it as well. Cars hit the track for the first of 2 10-lap heat races. It'll be auto meter heat race number 1, the Advanced Massive Supply Badger Midgets. Here's how they'll line up. On the pole in the yellow number 40 car, that is Dave Collins Jr. out of Lake Mills, Wisconsin, top 10 finisher here a year ago. is outside, driving car number 17. That is Nick Killian out of Sun Prairie. Row 2 to the inside, car number 68, currently second in the Badger Midget point standings. That is Eric Bloomer out of Sun Prairie. He is outside, starting in fourth, current Badger Midget point leader in 3W. That is Brandon Welty. Third row to the inside of the car number 20, Cody Weisensound out of Sun Prairie. Slated for the 6th starting spot. We do not see him on the track. Quick qualifier, track record holder Luke Wackerlin. Car number 73. We've got enough time to get that thing fixed. Obviously, with just 13 cars, they'll run features. He raced and give up some points, but the way the season's went for Wackerlin lately, you know, he'll kind of take that hit. Get it ready and got a fast car to come out and get it done in the feature. So we'll go to 5 we have. So pretty solid group of cars in this particular heat race. You mentioned White's themselves recent success as well. Sixth second in the Badger point standings here over the last month. Nick Killian, who had first ever heat race and the best ever we'll go racing next time by. Collins and Killian in your front row. We're going to Welty in row 2. Weisensound out back. 73 Whacker on a scratch for the heat race. Fire at the starting line off of turn at number 4. Coming to green for Autometer Heat Race number 1. 68, Eric Bloomer, Brandon Welty, your runner-up. And your winner, looking for that first ever Badger Midget feature win. He is 0 for 145 in his career is tonight the night for car number 20 out of Sunbury. How about a nice hand for Cody Weisensell? All right, second and final heat race coming up for the Advanced Fasting Supply Badger Midgets. Scheduled for 7. We'll see if they all make the call for 10 laps.
Did that help?
Here's how they line up for heat race number 2, scheduled for the pole. In the car 29, that is Mike Stroik. Mike Stroik in the blue number 29 out of West Bend. He is outside of the car number 2, racing out of Edgerton. That is Jake Donner. Row 2 to the inside of the car number 7, a 5th place finisher at Angel Park on Sunday. From McWanago, that is Brian Peterson. He is outside starting for the 4th spot in the black car number 29. Out of Marshall, Wisconsin, that is Harrison Clevin. 3rd row down low at car number 15 out of Markham, Illinois. Our winner at Plymouth back about a month ago. That is the car driven by R.J. Corson. Matt Recheck scheduled for the 6th starting spot in the black and white car number 57. He's out of Beaverdale. Miles Doherty scheduled for 7th. Did not see him qualify. Number 2 for the Advanced Fasting Supply Badger Midgets with Mike Stroik and Jake Donner. Jay Corson fourth with a 15. Harrison Clevin falls to third. Matt Recheck takes second place at the line. And your winner of heat race number 2, I think it might be his first heat win in the Red Deuce, the Glassworks of Madison car out of Edgerton. How about it for Jake Toner? Good heat race there. Everybody makes her through. Get them lined up to the invert redraw. Get going later with 30 laps of feature racing with the Advanced Fastening Supply Badger Midgets here tonight.
All right, thank you very much, Eric, and that'll be great to have those Badger Midgets for a full field there with their feature race later tonight. Update on the 50-50, it is up to the take-home is up to $610. We can push it even higher, folks. Keep buying up the tickets, and we'll do that drawing later on tonight. First of 2, Detroit Rolling Street Stock Heats, and on the point, the 15 Jamie Josh Johnson outside. Caleb Miller is delivering to the 53 Detroit in the 19. Outside from Forest Junction. He's won here a few years ago. Jake Benash in the 51 Baker. Well, 3 inside, our local 51, known as the one and only Iceman. Brendan Morris in the 51. Outside, Alexis Johnson in the 2J. Bottom row, Jeremy Johnson, 17J. Blake Johnson, the 100J. Out of Rhinelander. Half the field is Johnson's. Literally, I'm still trying to figure out who's who. I might figure it out by the end of the year. We'll see. 8 cars, 8 laps. All cars will make tonight's A in the Detroit Well Drilling Street Stock feature. Josh Johnson on point in the 15J. And he'll set the pace. We're going to throw down for 8 laps. Caution light still on. And Lou Needens, our starter, going to give him a 1-minute signal. Again, this is one of the divisions you can see here every Tuesday night here at Eagle River Speedway. We start at 7 o'clock on Tuesday nights, and this coming Tuesday, IMC Modifieds in their second Fast Shaft qualifying race of the year here at Eagle River. Johnson and Miller going to set the pace as they pick up the irons and they hit the chuck line in 3-4. tonight. Let's hear it. Josh Johnson picks up heat number 1 in the Detroit World Drilling Street Stocks. Heat 2 coming your way. And on the fall from 3 Lakes, it's Nick Allard in the 69 car outside. Out of Rhinelander, that's Aiden Walker in the 5W. Row number 2, Ben Pitlick in the 190 of Eagle River outside. From Bark River, that's Brendan Lundquist in the Thunder Rock Fabrication number 3. Row 4 inside, it's the father-daughter duo. Grace and Jason Ice of the Mara Sugar Camp in the 838. On the outside in the double deuce, Hope Eisel out of Rhinelander. And back of the bus from Gladstone, Michigan, Jared Demise in the 36 car. 7 cars, 8 laps, your second Zedroik Well Drilling Street Stock Heat coming your way. All 7 machines accounted for. Go to the left and just kind of get her worked in a little bit. So 2 Michigan visitors in this contest. They're actually from Wisconsin. Allard and Walker will set the pace from that front row. Starter Lunita is going to give him the 1-to-go signal this time by. Caution lights out, that means Lou wants to go green. Nick Allard, your pole sitter in car number 69, as they pick up the pace in 3 and 4, kind of a snail's pace. Greece, Wisconsin, driving car number 69. How about a nice round of applause? Winner of heat number 2, that is Nick Allard. Coming up next, the Dairyland Vintage Racers. There's a 6-pack of them, and I love to call them Detroit Iron because that's kind of what they are. Gleason, Wisconsin's Jeff Shellhorn will come out from the pole in that Dodge number 58. To the outside in Chevelle, Brian Whitberler from Merrill in the 7. Row number 2, Matt Eder out of Merrill in the 60. Outside, also from Merrill, that's Dale Williams in the double nickel. Row 3 on the inside from Pea Ridge, Arkansas, Breezy Backer. Breezy, there he is. Breezy had a little contact with, I believe he broke something up in turn 4 last time he ran. He got her fixed, he's back out. Six cars going to throw it out for 6 laps. Here, Dairyland Vintage Racers. Caution lights out, looking to go green this time by Shellhorn of the 58, Whitberler. Both have won features here in the past. They know their way around this Eagle River Oval. Keep your eye on the flag, man. Low size it up and green. From Merrill, Wisconsin, Blue Jay Country. How about a nice Eagle River round of applause for the 7, Merrill's Brian Whitberler. Coming up next, your Dan Service 300 Micro Sprint features. So we always run those before we take a brief intermission. 3 cars scheduled to go 10 laps. Graham Banana is on the point in the 60. Outside, Keegan Jensen of Escanaba, Michigan in the 3. Back of the bus, Colton Glenman in the 16G will round out this 3-car field. Going to throw it on for 10 laps in the semi-pro division. Once again, upcoming races Tuesday night. We've got the IMCA Modifieds fully sanctioned program. They're going to be coming here for their second Fast Shaft qualifier event, 1,000 to win. We get a lot of drivers, some of the heavy hitters from northeastern Wisconsin, and there are plenty of them. And of course, we've got our big $10,250 to win Rumble by the Rip, brought to you by Dustin White Construction and Dahlbeck Sales and Service. Also a reminder for those who we have a no schedule thing with Santa Claus. He's going to take a day off from supervising the elves. He's coming back. Christmas in July will take place next Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday night, July 21st. So lots of reasons to come back to Eagle River next Tuesday night, 7 o'clock start time. All right, we're getting ready for our first A-main of the night. The Semi-Pro 300's coming your way. And Greentown and Whale Racing. Graham Banana, your early leader. In the 60, Jensen taking a look inside. Down the dog leg into 3. Lap 4 was Banana, your leader. And Jensen sticking the nose of that one inside of the 60. You'll look again coming out the front stretch. And he'll get the upper hand a little bit as they roll through 1 and 2, and he's got the lead. Jensen exercising some patience. And Jensen leads. Jensen stretching that margin in that 3 car. Lemon trying to catch up with the 60. Spot. Here comes Lemon taking a look on the inside. They're nearly in a dead heat. Good race for second. Oh no! Lemon goes up and over. Red flag on the side. Clement taking a look on the inside. They're nearly in a dead heat. Good race for second. Oh no! Clement goes up and over. Okay, Colton Glenman. So, you know, it's actually not uncommon for these machines to flip over. And we've had it happen in the past. In fact, in some cases, the kids will stay in the same race and keep on going. But we don't know what's going to happen here. But the biggest thing is Colton Glenman is okay. And they're going to push his car right into the pit area. So, tough break for that young man, Colton Glenman. And then there were 2. We are 4 laps into this one, 6 to go. And now we're down to a 2-horse race. green this time by. Back to racing. Jensen, your leader in the 3. Graham Banana holding down the 2nd spot. And Jensen building up a fairly comfortable margin along the way. Jensen and Banana 1-2 as that margin now is straight away. Coming out of turn 4, he'll get the white flag this time. Keegan Jensen, 1 to go. As he makes his way into turn 3, coming around 4. First feature flag here, his first appearance of the year. Keegan Jensen gets the win. So Glemon will take 3rd, 2nd to Banana. As your top 2 make their way into the Minocqua Chevrolet victory lane, they pop up the roof wings, they unbuckle, take off the helmets, the gloves. Final call 50-50, final call 50-50. They run $700 tonight for the 50-50. As our pros come on out. 12 laps of distance. Blake Wilkie, 31. Parker Ewert, the 621. Bailey Sellinger, the 0799. Jay Reed Johnson, back of the bus. Maya Ewert in the 87. 5 cars for 12 laps. They pick up the pace. On the board, we drop the hammer. Johnson up to 2nd on 99J. Top 5 spread out fairly evenly so far. Enjoying a comfortable margin over Johnson. Good race for 3rd, Ewert and Sellinger mixing it up there for that number 3 spot. As they come down the front stretch, Wilkie stretching that lap after lap, it looks like. Salinger giving a look at the inside of the 621 of the Ewans. As the laps click off, and Wilkie in complete command of this contest. Laps to go this time for Tomahawk's Blake Wilkie. Coming out, long circuit remaining for the 31. And Rookie goes wire to wire and gets the win. So coming up in fifth, Maya Ewart, fourth, Selinger, third, Parker Ewart, second, Blake Joslin, and your winner in the 31, his second feature win of the year, give it up for Blake Wilkie out of Tomahawk. How about it in Victory Lane? We got that last one started. When you get a chance, give a shout out Keegan Jensen and the Minocqua Chevrolet Victory Lane. How about a hearty round of applause for the three? A brief intermission before we come back with the rest of our A-Mains tonight. Again, they did make final call for the 50-50. It's around $700-ish is what they said. A very brief intermission, and we're going to turn them loose for our A-Mains tonight. Stop down to the Souvenir Shack. Race fans, get some Eagle River Speedway gear. We got hats, hoodies, t-shirts, all sorts of good stuff. Let them know you are at the Northwoods Oval, the best, Eagle River Speedway. We'll be back in a jiffy. The winners from the pros waiting to get into the Minocqua Chevrolet Victory Lane themselves. And they're pushing the 31 up into that Minocqua Chevrolet Victory Lane. Popping the rope wing. Climbing out of the car. How about a nice round of applause for Blake Wilkie, race fans. Give it up for Wilkie. Well done.
The microphone is in input too.
You don't need. No, I hear you. And I'm trying to get down to
And right here is a preview of what you're going to see on Tuesday night for the IMC Modified. Second fast shot qualifier there. $1,000 to win. This is Jason Zadoy. That's coming Tuesday, July 21st. A very brief intermission, folks. 600 micro sprints. Your feature is up next.
And I'm down so far, that's got me full blast on this.
are the hero of the hills. I want
grace there is hopefully there's a lot of cars, families.
Right. Do they do some type of special for them with, you know, camping gear and stuff like that?
I don't know.
I've never been around a two-night deal like that, so.
Just cannot get Graham to hold it wide open in 1 or 2. I mean, he's almost stopping.
Yeah. He'll find the go fast button.
And then he keeps getting off the tires. Like, dude, you're letting by you. Got a winner?
Here you go, Joe. Joe. They got him.
Right here.
Don't do 50-50.
Right?
Here's all Rick McKee.
We'll sort it out, Julie.
right, folks, get your 50-50 tickets out. It is an even $800. It is a pink-colored ticket. Attention drivers, lineups are on their way down for the features, so be ready. Your winning 50-50 number for $800, and if you have the winner, come on up to the tower. It is 619-316. 619-316 for $800. 619-316. 619-316. One more time for $800, 619-316.
Yeah, come on up. We got one coming.
I hear excitement coming up the steps, Hammer. Ma'am, your name?
Barb Melodic,
Where are you from?
Stevens Point.
You have a favorite driver?
No, this first time we come here this year. So.
But you'll be back after you won this, right?
Yeah.
All right, congratulations. Enjoy the show tonight. The 50-50 is claimed. 600 micro feature to the line. 600 micro feature to the line.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might pay for the gas up here.
In Diego Quinn, row 2. Blake Johnson at Catherine Town, row 3. Brian Lincoln, Brendan Newville from row 4. 15 laps of distance. Ludi, that's our starter eyeball of the field as they come through 3 and 4. Signal given. Lori and Lundquist. Drivers from 3 states representing this 8-car field. Kind of cool. Throwing, we got an Iowa guy, Iowa and Illinois from Badger Midgets. We got 5 states represented here tonight in roughly a 50-plus car field. So, kind of neat. We're diverse. Lori and Lundquist pick up the pace as they hit the track. All 8 cars still up and running. We restacked the deck. Lineup looking good. One to go, signals given. One question Gonna pop the roof wing. He's out of the car. He's climbing all the way to the top. Look at that with the hardware. We've got the best victory lane in racing, I'm going to tell you. Ethan Mannanen with the win. Eric, whenever I see that, I expect, you know, the power of Oz to come behind there, like the Wizard of Oz. Kind of what it looks like, but we are ready to go. The Badger Midgets, they've come a long way, although not real strong in numbers. Granted, they're going to give us one heck of a show here coming up with the Badger Midgets.
Reminds me of a Kiss concert down there. That's what that reminds me of. Who's going to get down there to the stage on Victory Lane tonight for the Badger Midgets? We will see. Yep, 13 cars, and it appears that all 13 are going to give it a go for the feature despite some of the hardships earlier on. Luke Wackerlin had a drivetrain issue on that car for the first lap, snapped a drive shaft. They got a new one in there. You'll see the 73 car from the back. They're planning to get that red 57 car, Miles Doherty, out here too. That was a touch more complicated. That was electronic sort of stuff, computer tuning, all that sort of business. So that'll be interesting to see if they do indeed get that car ready to go, and it makes its way out. So looks like all 13 will race here tonight. Here's how we'll line up for what will be 30 laps for the Advanced Fasting Supply Badger Midgets. On the pole in car number 2, heat race winner Jake Donor from Edgerton, the Glassworks of Madison Spankins Motorsports sponsor machine. To his outside of the front row, the 17 car Nick Killian from Sun Prairie, the Rock Sports Bar and Grill, Freedom Stables, Custom RV sponsored car. Row 2 to the inside in car number 7 from Mukwonago, Brian Peterson, the American Glass and Window, Gary Bellman Trucking, NNS Towing sponsored entry. And his outside starting in 4th, the second place man in Badger Midget point standings, car number 68 from Sun Prairie, Eric Bloomer. The Club Lamar Storage and Handling System, Spankins Motorsports, Legends Direct, Mad Active sponsored entry. Third row to the inside in car number 29, the black 29, Harrison Clevin out of Marshall, the Duffy Grain, Duffy Fleet Services, Seedlink, Big Mike's Auto, Conrad Real Estate entry. And starting at 6th, your Badger Midget point leader in 3W, Brandon Welty. The Club Lamar Spankins Motorsports, Mid-State Equipment, Elko Truck Rental Car, looking to become the first repeat winner on the 2026 Badger Tour. Fourth row to the inside, and 15 from Markham, Illinois, it is R.J. Corson. The Bongo Crane, Prybar, and Envirofab, MWR sponsored entry. And starting at 8th to the 20, heat race winner Cody Weisenfeld, looking for at least his 3rd straight top 2 and perhaps his first ever Badger Midget feature win. 5th row to the inside, and car number 57, Matt Recheck from Beaver Dam, the RAB Racing, Bradley Farms, Club Lamar Pro Diesel sponsored entry. And starting in 10th, in the yellow number 40 car from Lake Mills, Dave Collins Jr., the Doyle's Dogs of Lake Mills, Kenzie Dunn sponsored entry. 6th row to the inside, blue 29, Mike Stroik from West Bend, the Duffy Fleet Services Duffy Grade Seedling sponsored car. And starting at the back of the field, car 73, Luke Wackerman out of Burlington, Illinois, the Horizon Carpentry Country Automotive, K&L Motorsports Store Indoor, Hopper Farms Produce Machine. And scheduled to start at the back of the field, he has made his way out onto the track. The red and white 57, the young man from Delmar, Iowa, that is Miles Doherty, the RAB Racing Club Lamar Pro Diesel sponsored machine. 13 cars for 30 laps. Event 11 of 21 on the 2026 Badger Midget schedule, ready to get going here tonight at Eagle River. Superior service and thorough product knowledge, their customers need to outperform the competition. AFS is proud to be your supplier of choice. AFS has inventory of more than 60,000 individual items to ensure they have what you need when you need it. If you haven't found what you're looking for, contact Advanced Fasting Supply and they will find it. Big thanks to Advanced Fasting Supply, presenting sponsor of the Badger Midgets here in 2026. Call it Ryan Supply, sponsoring 47 Cody Weisenfeld. Cycle Manufacturing is back in motorsport. Badger Midget Tour in 2026. Down on the back straightaway. Push vehicle to head off there to the outside. We hold early fire. Maybe just simply lost the fire. So check under the back end of Matt Recheck's car. Matt, as I recall, was very fast last year. He was in the Red Deuce here a year ago. I was still almost owned by Harley Kittles. Qualified well, that had an issue in the heat, broke apart, that he didn't have a spare of, and I don't think anybody else in the pit actually had a spare of too. And that ended his night early, and a guy that can get around here a little bit with some experience. And now we'll see if that thing is able to get pushed, or if we're going to need a hook or a push for Matt Recheck. Looks like the way it appears, he's getting more relaxed than he should have. It's a tough break for Matt Recheck. Given the opportunity, will be fast in the mix. We saw that in the heat race. And to paraphrase Barney Hall, the hard right-hand turn. Back to the battery now. They're going to get into that four-wide formation here as they make room. Get ready to parade for you here tonight. Second win of the year to keep pace with point leader Brandon Welty, who is trying to remove daylight between he and the rest of the field as we get into the dog days of the Badger Midget season. And Welty starts from 6. One lap signal will go 30 in 1. B-Wise themselves starts from 8th. Watch Luke Wagner in the back of the field with 73, who finished second in this race a year ago. They'll hold together. He'll give it everything he's got. It's been over 2 years since Luke Wackerland's been to Badger Midget Victory Lane, our 2024 Rookie of the Year. Next to the MARA Rookie of the Year from 2023, Miles Doherty turning his first lap tonight, that red and white 57. 2 by 2 as the field makes its way to turn 3 and 4. Jake Donor and Nick Killian gonna break the green. Career Badger Midget win number 28 for Brandon Welty. Puts him solidly 13th on the all-time list. And a dominant effort, 5+ seconds he was ahead of the field at the checkered flag. Brandon Welty in victory lane, all the spoils of victory. Congratulations. Another one for you. First time ever racing here at Eagle River Speedway. You seem to figure it out, man.
Well, it sure didn't look like it early tonight. We kind of struggled, looked like a fish out of water there, but got a really good group of guys here, and then I had a little pawn in my corner. Last year's winner here, Pat Cleaver, came down, gave me some pointers to get my stuff together here, and I just got to thank all the loyal fans for coming up north here and supporting our club, and Club Lamarck North sitting here in the front stretch. Everybody that came up to support us, and the Club Lamarck people, thank you guys for coming, and we'll have some beer afterwards.
There you go. Hey, second straight win, first repeat winner on the tour this year, and you guys are serious in this 30th year for you, winning this second championship. It's, gee whiz, we're going to melt down here. I thought the Fires were in Canada. Hey, you're going to the whip here. You want to extend this point lead right now, right?
I sure won't hurt it, but man, it's going to burn the last 2 hairs of my head off there.
Good thing you wore a hat.
But yeah, for sure. But now we're going to give our best shot. This year was just about having some fun and doing the whole schedule. I guess they talked me into it, so I guess we're just going to keep rolling, try to have some fun.
Congrats on the win, my friend.
Thank you, Eric.
Brandon Welty, you're here tonight. Let's talk to our second and third place cars. We'll get them over here. Come on over, Jake Donor, runner-up finisher in the 2-car. Give him a hand. Man, oh man, you're smiling from ear to ear.
I don't know what to say. It's been a long time since I've been up here. I've never won a race, but getting a second. It's been a few years. I got out of it, had a kid, and got back in it this year. So it's been back a learning curve. Everyone's gotten faster, so trying to keep up. I feel like running second to Brandon, that's a win in my book. So
yeah, that's not bad, and a heat race win too. I mean, this is a good night for you guys.
Yeah, I'll take it. Like I said, I've had a lot of ups and downs this year, so that helps us out a lot.
Anybody else you want to thank for getting down here on the podium?
Oh my God, there's a ton of guys. We're on a little bit of a smaller crew today, but Luke and get there helping. My wife, a lot of good guys up there helping us all throughout the week too. So
great job, my friend.
Thank you.
Jake Donor, runner-up in the 2-car. Hey, coming right up. Another top 3. How about it for Brent? Cody Weisenfeld in the 20-car. Get all you W's mixed up. Second, third. I mean, no matter what car you hop in right now, you kind of got it going on, man.
Yeah, we're kind of bouncing around from a few different cars, but we had our dials in tonight. Bill, my dad, Sarah was all here helping out, so it was a good run for us.
Yeah, good run for you, and always fun coming up north here. I know to Eagle River. I see the banners on my way up here. You got like band cups and stuff.
Yeah, they're everywhere, we go everywhere, so yeah, this is a great place. There's a lot of fans are coming out, braving the weather, and I haven't seen an eagle yet, but I've seen some rivers.
I've not seen any bears either. I want to see a bear or something. Hey, congrats on third, another good run.
Thank you all. Thanks for coming out.
Cody Weisenfeld, third, the 20. Jake Donor, runner-up of the 2, and you're here tonight at Eagle River for the Badger Midgets. Career win 28. How about it for Brandon Welty in a 3W car? Another fun midget feature here at Eagle River Speedway.
Thank you very much, Eric. Great flag to flag without a yellow feature. For some reason, the MSA 360s and the Badger Midgets, they like going green to checkered here, and we like that too. Coming up next is the Drake Well Drilling Street Stock feature, scheduled with 15 contestants for 20 laps. The Iceman Quentin Morrison scheduled to start from the pole position of the 51 on the outside. It's another Eagle River driver, Ben Pitlick, in the 190. Row number 2, our visitor from the UP out of Ark River, Braden Lundquist in the 3. Forest Junction's Jake Benesh in the 51 Baker. Row 3 inside, Hope Isel in the double deuce out of Rhinelander. Another Rhinelander driver, Josh Joslin, outside in the 15J. Row 4, Caleb Miller of Eagle River 53M. 3 Lakes, Nick Allard in the 69. Row number 5, an all Rhinelander row, Jeremy Johnson, the 17J. On the outside, the defending division champion. That's the mayor of Sugar Camp, Jason Isel in the 838. Row 6, Lucas Sedroik in the 19Z out of Eagle River. Rhinelanders, Aiden Walker on the outside of the 5W. Row 7, Blake Joslin in the 100J out of Rhinelander. Jared DeVries from Gladstone, Michigan in the 36. From the back of the bus in the 2J, Alexis Joslin out of Rhinelander. 15 cars, going to throw down for 20 laps. Street stock action coming your way. This is one of the divisions, along with our 300 and 600 that compete here weekly for our weekly shows here on Tuesday nights in Eagle River. 7 o'clock start time. Going to throw down for 20 laps. The Iceman Quentin Morrison, your pole sitter in the 51. Quite had a brief announcing career. When first year I came here, Eric did it kind of on and off, but I couldn't make it up here. I think he likes racing a little more, so. Quentin Morrison. We're going to go green for 20 laps. The Iceman cometh. Morrison, your pole sitter in the 51. Caution lights out. That means Lou wants to go green. They pick up the irons and we turn the hammer. heads up Katie Wampus on the front stretch. Locker spun several laps earlier, but the 5W is going to stay out there. Again, that's the caution Pitlick did not want to see. Now you got Eisel right on his tail. Pitlick looking to pick up his first feature win of the year. Jason Eisel has 2 feature flags under his belt in the 838. Lundquist, this is his first time here this year. Finish, I believe it's his second appearance. Might have been here on the opener. As we restack the deck, Ben Pitlick out of Eagle River. He'll race later, and he's led this one from the drop of the green. All right, lineup looks good for scoring. We'll give it the field a 1-to-go signal. And Pitlick will off Lundquist and Eisel. That top 5, along with Jake Finish. He's been a feature winner here before as well as Nick Allard. So, a lot can happen in 3 laps, folks. Ben Pitlick is your leader. We're setting up for a dandy of a finish. Street stock style at Eagle River, back to green. And we got a weedy roasted marshmallows in victory lane. Let me tell you, that was a heck of a finish. He's in the Monaco Chevrolet victory lane, unbuckling, taking the helmet off, gloves off. Not bad. He's a perfect 100% here at Eagle River. Started in the 3rd position, one of the hot dogs at Escanaba Motor Speedway. He's up! Braden Lundquist with the win! He is jacked. Pretty cool stuff. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got the Dairyland Vintage Racers coming yet. It's a good day for the Lundquists here as they both pick up W's here tonight. Unofficially second, going to pit like third. Hope Isel. That was a wild final lap. The 838 of Jason Isel fourth, and Jake Finish round out the top 5 finishers. So he'll take home the $500 top prize. One caution in that one. Pretty good for these guys, and that was a heck of a race. Again, that division you can see on Tuesday nights here at Eagle River Speedway. Our final event of the night, Dairyland Vintage. And their feature is scheduled to go 15 laps, and it looks like this. It's in all Merrill, Wisconsin, front row Blue Jay country. Matt Eater in the 60, Dale Williams in the 55. Breezy Bobby in the 47 from Pipe Ridge, Arkansas. Brian Whitmiller from Merrill in the 7. Final row, Jeff Shellhorn on Gleason in the 58. Chad Lucas in the 9. Again, next Tuesday night, IMC Modified, round 2 of the Fast Shaft Qualifier, 7 o'clock start time, and a full program on 10. Matt Eater and Dale Williams, your front row. We're going 15 laps. Let's take a trip back 30 to 40. Bobby mixing it up with Whitmer for the left corner. I'm talking these guys don't race. Greasy Bobby's got a run. Whitmer working hard on the outside line, and then down for as they dance through 3 and 4 platforms. Just couldn't keep it going. Matt Eater, your winner in the Gunsmith. Jake, Operation Zero, number 60. I don't think he's going to hear the end of that one, Pat. I don't know. Window that's down. And Matt Eater making his way into the Minocqua Chevrolet Victory Lane. Don't think they do much tech with these things. Again, this is a case, it may be harder to find parts for some of these things, these older machines. A lot of these guys are good fabricators. In some cases, they make some of the parts that they need. You know, the days of pulling stuff out of a junkyard to go racing, long gone, unfortunately. And he comes home with a trophy. That's not his first win of the year here, I don't believe. He's found victory lane in the past. And he's unbuckled, climbing out. Josh Castle. Castle Creations right there to get the victory lane photo. And he's climbing out of the car, giving up for the 60 of Matt Eder. Your race winner here tonight. Well, folks, we want to thank everybody for coming on here tonight for a Saturday night special. We want to thank the staff of the Badger Midgets for coming on up. It's been a great show. Don't forget, Tuesday night, we will be doing the Christmas in July. Santa Claus going to take a day off of supervising. The Elves, he'll be here. IMC Modifiers, Fast Shaft Qualifier number 2. 7 o'clock start time. All the other divisions are in action. For the Hammer, Eric Hedefeld, I'm Joe Vertigan. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next Tuesday here at Eagle River. Good evening, everyone.